Mexico desert, a landscape of rare beauty that hides a difficult truth. Here, thousands of American Indians struggle with poverty and low literacy. In an intensive effort to address illiteracy at its roots, the award-winning PBS series Between the Lions embarked on a unique collaboration. In partnership with 11 American Indian Head Start programs across the state, Between the Lions created a comprehensive English reading program for New Mexico's youngest children.
The purpose of the project was to increase the English literacy skills of preschoolers attending Head Starts.
New Mexico is ranked 48 among the 50 states in terms of reading scores. And in the 23 school districts in New Mexico that have significant Native American population, Native American students rank at the bottom. The long-term solution is teaching very young kids to want to learn to read and the skills to read.
I know some classrooms have some items that start with the letter P. So if you have something to share, hold it up like this. Pictures, all right.
So we looked at ways to incorporate Between the Lions into the classrooms, and then we went to see what were the effects of that.
Come on, come in, begin. The world awaits between the lions.
There were a variety of components put together for the curriculum. It wasn't just the show. You had DVDs that contained the program that was actually edited down so it was more appropriate for a preschool audience. There were word charts and lots of print that they could put around in their classrooms. There were books that were written by Native authors or were appropriate for whatever the theme happened to be. There was a teacher's guide that clearly laid everything out and hooked up to the Head Start outcomes.
Let's look at this word.
There was a teacher training where they learned all about the curriculum.
Puff. It starts with the letter P. It's a tool that we use to learn and not just to sit and watch. And what sound does P make?
We use the magnet letters. We use the books that they contribute to us, and we view the show. The Between the Lions curriculum has structure. It's easy to follow, and it gives you ideas of what to look for if you're working on a lesson. Puff. Okay. What word did they make? Puff.
They designed the materials with the staff, so it wasn't, hey, here, we're bringing this in, go ahead now and run with it. They worked together to create the materials so that they were developmentally appropriate and culturally appropriate.
This is our home, this is who we are, this is our background. We have a land base that connects us to this part of the world. So we felt that if we wanted to work with a curriculum, it had to be reflective of who the children were.
Here are some words that start with the letter D. Drum. Dipper.
When you see someone who looks like you and someone who has the same traditions and does the same kinds of things that you do,
Dream catcher.
you're more likely to be receptive to learning from that person.
Ducks.
Can we spell it? D-U-C-K.
Using the video as a teaching tool is really wonderful because they're engaging. You know, they're comprehending who the character is and comprehending the story or the lesson behind it.
The cute little duck jumps in a cute little puddle.
They're doing even recall. What happened at the beginning of the film, you know, what happened during and what happened at the end.
What's different here from the other story? What is he gonna splash in?
Mud.
And what was the other story? What was he gonna splash in? Water.
It's not only helping their language development, but their little brain is always going.
Good.
Content matters, and in every study that I've done, it's not that you watch TV, it's what you watch. If they learn young that TV is educational, they may approach it differently and develop habits of viewing that are different than the average kid.
We have some special guests here. Who's come to visit us?
Whenever you do some kind of project like this, you want to know, did it work?
Do you guys want to read a story?
So in conjunction with doing the curriculum, we designed a research component to say, was it effective or not? For oral language, which is a measure of their vocabulary, typically developing kids have about 27 words, and kids from high poverty backgrounds have about 19 words. The kids in our study had about 31 words by the end of the project. So we saw great improvement beyond where even typically developing kids usually perform. We also found kids' skills improved on general literacy abilities. At the beginning of this study, 39% of the kids were considered at risk, and when we followed them up at the end, only 12% were considered at risk. And at the beginning, 23% were performing at above average levels, and at the end, that changed to 64%. Generally on this particular measure, you see increases from fall to spring of 15%, and in our sample overall, we had increases of 25%. So you can see that the intervention was really working.
Last month, the kindergarten class that was here when we implemented Between the Lines curriculum came over, and the children were reading. And the kindergarten teacher said, you laid the foundation for the children to begin doing this. And that was really, that validated the hard work.
Who likes to read at home? Oh, I like to hear that.
Reaching children in preschool dramatically increases their chances of learning to read. The remarkable success of this project, funded by a grant from Congress, will allow Between the Lions to expand throughout New Mexico and into American Indian communities across the country.
Who reads every day? Yeah! Oh, that was great. Thanks for having me, guys. Bye-bye.